talking about the co-main event. There was some great fights on, as usual, but co-main event we had Sugar Sean O'Malley, and he took on Marlon Chito Vera. Both guys came on the show recently, and we're very grateful for that. Thank you very much. Coming into this one, you couldn't help but notice that a lot of the hype was around Sean O'Malley, and for good reason. You could see he's undefeated, which is always great in terms of marketing. And, as we said when he came on the show, guy's got tons of charisma. He's got a good look. He looks like every rapper under the sun at the moment. He's got the face tats. But more importantly, he can fight. The man can fight, right? So there's a reason he was getting the hype. Now, on the flip side, you got Marlon Vera, who hadn't had the same run of success, if you will. He lost a couple of fights early in the UFC. So that kind of probably affected how much stock the UFC initially gave him. But he went on a 5-fight win streak with 5 stoppages, lost I would say, bullshit decision to Song Yadong. And that was at 145, by the way. So he was on a 5-5-5 finish streak at bantamweight, and then he got this fight against Marlon Vera. Now, when the fight happened, of course, it was over, really, pretty much before it started. Well, no, it wasn't over because it was near the end of the round, right near the end of the round when the fight finished. But there wasn't a lot happening. And just when they started to really exchange a little bit, that's when, the beginning of the fight, beginning of the end of the fight came. Obviously, there was exchanging kicks. There was nothing particularly significant landed on either side, really. Just kind of exchanging kicks, taking their time, having that feeling out process that you do. And then O'Malley appeared to be having problems with his ankle. Seemed to be hopping all over the place. Certainly saw that he couldn't put weight on it, right? And he was definitely having issues. And then from there, I think he slipped or whatever. He went to his back. Vera jumped down, Marlon Vera, Chito, as he likes to be called. Chito jumps on top of him, and they were fucking vicious elbows. Nasty, nasty, vicious elbows. You could argue maybe Herb Dean stopped it a little too soon, but regardless, they were heavy fucking elbows, and he probably saw that O'Malley was hurt on the leg, and he stopped the fight. And in fact, Vera, and we'll hear from Vera later, he says that he was out. He said he went out, he was snoring, he went to sleep. And if that is the case, then yeah, a beautiful stoppage. But since then, the masses have been on the go. But people are coming out saying it was the peroneal nerve. Apparently, Chito Vera kicked him in the leg on the knee, which hit the peroneal nerve. And I did a little Googling about this, and it can affect the sensation in the foot, in the leg, and things like that. And apparently that caused him to roll his ankle, and that was the beginning of the end.
Yeah, so now wasn't O'Malley saying that he had sort of a recurring injury in his foot for a little while now as well?
Well, if you think back to that, I think it was Andre Sukumtath. I think that's how you say it. Sukumtach, whatever. Anyway, Andre something.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, Sukumtach. I think it is that. Yeah, and the same thing happened there at the end of the fight. He was led on the floor. Remember, he did the Joe Rogan interview in the octagon, led on the floor. Do you know what I'm saying? And that was an ankle injury then as well. So yeah, to answer your question.
Yeah. So, let me ask you, and I mean, we'll ask Chito this obviously when he comes on, but does it feel any less satisfying from a fighter's perspective when you get a win like that, where it's not, where it seems like there's, sort of a freak accident, I guess Chris Weidman versus Anderson Silva comes to mind in their first fight, where it was like, it was his body hitting his body, but at the same time, it was, 99.9% of the time, it doesn't end that way. Is it less satisfying to get a win like that?
Yes and no. I mean, for Chito Vera, he got the win, and that's all that matters.